Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. I am Mark Takeshi Ota, and whatever just happened didn't happen because I am fully tech ready for the world. And I'm excited because today is a fully dedicated great Ace Attorney stream for the first time in like weeks, 3 weeks or something, however long it's been, where I had no time. Mark was so busy. I was so busy, or making myself busy for some reason that I was like, I don't have time to dedicate a whole stream to Great Ace Attorney. I had to double up with Wukong, and this week I could do dedicated each a Wukong stream on Wednesday where I finally beat the secret boss Erlang. And I'm almost through to the secret ending altogether, but it was very exciting. Why is this? I don't like how this is. Why is this? This should be better lit. Now there's like, it's weird. The green screen is not doing perfectly, but that's okay. I can just about live with it. But I'm very excited that I had time this week to dedicate to both of my wonderful games that I like so much. And we got Poggy Pocket giving gift subs. Thank you so much, Poggy. You are amazing, and I appreciate you and like your continued support. It makes me super happy. Thank you ever so much, and I'm very, very moved that you continue to support me after all these months. Y'all are amazing, and also maybe some of you have seen the picture already, but I've got a little surprise because when I was at AnimeCon last week, I got a little gift from someone, and oh, thank you, LCO, thank you, one of my super mods. Thank you so much for the resub. But I've got like, because somebody at the AnimeCon last week, and I'm doing like a little movement thing here beneath the camera, and you all don't know what I'm doing, so it's just for myself really. But someone is swimming up the screen because at AnimeCon last week, I've got a gift because they were like, oh, Ryunosuke and Kazuma up here, they might be a little lonely, and sometimes they need a little bit of help because sometimes they don't know what we're doing. And then we're like, hey, I know what I'm doing. Because I am Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant for the Defense, and here to help and making sure that everybody knows what they're doing. Because those two, they're idiots sometimes. And this one, oh, Kitchen, thank you so much for the resub as well. My wonderful, oh my god, I've got now 3 Modsketeers here. Just like I've got 3 Modsketeers. Well, we have 4 Modsketeers, but our lovely... We've got 4 Modsketeers, but lately the 3 Modsketeers have been holding down the fort, and now I've got 3 Modsketeers as well. But we don't want to start falling already, do we? We don't want that to happen. But so I've got, and then obviously I've got all the rest of my Modsketeers everywhere. But Taisa has lately been too busy to mod, and that's completely fine, of course. All my volunteers, all my Modsketeers are voluntary supporters of this channel, and I appreciate you all so very much. Noodle Kitchen and LC and Taisa, and you all are amazing. And so are my 3 Tsum Tsums that are here now. Eventually I'm going to be hidden by a wall of Tsums. I've thought about this, and well, Reborn 27, P27, Reborn P27. Thank you so much for the resub. I mean, like, I don't know if they keep growing. We're gonna have to see if they're gonna be able to be balanced on my microphone, or if I have to find a different solution. But for now, I think this is working out pretty well. My little wall of Tsums. I like it. Anyway, how are you all doing? I've got a Discord, which, you know, many of you are probably in, some of you are not, which is also fine. Not everybody wants to do Discord, but I've seen a little bit of some people. Noodle, the whole team is together. How are you doing? I've seen this is a you know, even though this stream started as a completely politics-free stream, in which I didn't want to necessarily do that because you know, there's a lot of that out there, and I still don't want to become a political streamer like what's his name, Hassan or something like that, but you know, if y'all are feeling a tough time this week, that's totally understandable. and I'm really sorry. And it's there's a lot of shit going on in the world, right? And I've been, I think I don't know how this is for you all, but I have removed the news app from my home screen. I still look at news here and there, but I've just found that for my mental health, this to be like sort of at the beginning of the thing, like on my iPhone, just like having news up. It's yeah, there's a middle ground. I think I agree with you, very weird creature. I'm not a fully dated political person, activist. This is not my public persona necessarily, but I can appreciate when there's shit happening in the world, and I guess I want to like maybe provide a little bit of distraction for that, but I think for your own mental health and like how I'm dealing with it is still being aware of what's going on, but not getting too obsessed with it, because it isn't helpful. There isn't anything I'm actively doing about it, and that anything actively I can do about it. So if you are feeling tough or heavy over the events of this week, talk to people in your life, like try to do other things. I went to the park today with a friend and we chatted about completely different things, and that was very lovely, and I think that's what we have to do to kind of remain sane in this sometimes insane world. I would say. I remember, if I can give a little anecdote, when I started studying economics, I thought I needed to, like that was back in 2005 or something. I thought I needed to know everything about the world, and I had basically BBC World News on all day, every day to see what was going on. And I found myself just basically like just watching the news and crying every day or something at just how terrible everything is in the world, and like all the suffering that you see. And I was kind of like, that's not helpful. So take your news in doses, I would say. Wait, whose birthday is it? Everyone turned 21. Amazai Ichiro turned 21 last Wednesday. Happy birthday, Amazai Ichiro. I hope you had a lovely day. Anyway, I haven't done like a whole like going down the chat and saying a hi to people in a while, because I've just been so rushed and wanting to get through stuff. But why don't we do that today again? I'll go through and I say hi to Spaghetti Plays Guitar, and Arkami Floss, and Aim Listens to Deadly Sarbear, and Darcy on the case. So are we. We are all on the case, aren't we? Moondrop 0919. Very weird creature. Naruko Delgado. I love saying that name. Marizien, who said earlier that you can replace stream elements because your job as a death counter for my battle with Erlang Shen is no longer necessary. But hey, you can count my deaths in this one, but hopefully there won't be any, because I will know exactly what's going on all of the time. Who else have we got in? Perry, go away. Please don't go away, Perry. Poggy Pocket, of course. And Eminem, the one and only. Gold Arrow Spray, Shadow Geist Star. You might have to bounce him. Here's hoping he'll just be on a tangent while... I'll just be on a tangent while you're gone. Lol. Barock's Footstool. Moon... We love tangents. Don't we all love tangents? I go on a tangent all the time. In life and in stream. Blobleponge. Are you actually French? Blobleponge? Oh, you asked where Susato is. Susato is right here. But I wanted to keep it a little bit of a surprise. A suspense. Who else we got down there? We got down the chat. Who haven't I said yet? My name is Hero. What's going on? Cursed Worms. And this looks like I've gone through all the names in the chat. Smarshall K, Jime 7T, and Reborn P27, and of course Noodle and LC and Kitchen in the chat. How's your weather where y'all are? Are you still all struggling with heat, or has it calmed down for you for me, it's kind of like, actually today was a very lovely day. It wasn't that hot anymore. It was actually like kind of cool and breezy. And I just saw also cherry mayo. What is cherry mayo good? Is it just the name? Smart Alec 86, Annie J Live, Twi Fairy, hello, TGAA time indeed. But I also saw Twi Fairy. You gave me a shout out on your stream the other day. I think I just saw that sort of in my notifications. So thank you for that. Twi Fairy, for those who don't know, is a wonderful cosplayer who also does like great Ace Attorney cosplay, and did the other day. Was it a Francisca? I think it was a Francisca cosplay, right? I saw, which is bloody amazing, and is also an amazing singer. Twi Fairy, you did a was it from Yakuza 0 or something? Was it a cover, a karaoke thing? I haven't played Yakuza, so I don't know it all that well. But anyway, I arrived at the end of the chat. Look at me, and Yamiska. Wish someone would send some heat up here in the north. In the north? Yeah, up in the north. North of the wall. North of the wall. Are you one of the White Walkers? North of the wall. Shout out to Game of Thrones, I guess. Game of Thrones shout out. I have like a little piece of ice in my static that is slowly melting. It was such a big piece of ice. Can you see it? A little iceberg in my cool static. It's a cover from one of the mini games. It's so good. So good. One singular piece of ice. Static on the rocks. Indeed. I've been having my static neat, but now it's on the rocks. Susato Bean. That's right. It was given to me actually by somebody who was cosplaying as Susato. I had two people visit me at the con, at Anime Con last week, who were cosplaying as Ryunosuke and Susato, and they were absolutely gorgeous, and got me this little sum as well. So thank you so much. I think it was Laura, I want to say. They had me on. I think I posted their picture also on Instagram. But it was lovely. It was lovely at the con. I met a lot of lovely people. A lot of, great voice actors who were there from Naruto and from Pokemon, and Katie, what's her last name actually? But one Scottish actress, Katie, who also played, was in my brain, the League of Legends show, League of Legends, Arcane. And we met before at the previous con in LA. So it was Maddie from Arcane, that's right. And we met at the con in LA. So it was very nice to kind of meet again and be like, hey, I know you. And we hung out and stuff. So it was a lovely weekend, last weekend. And met lovely fans of Great Ace Attorney, of Wukong, and that came and talked to me, and it was very nice. It was very nice, wholesome weekend. You met her too, but you're also totally blanking. Katie, her name is Katie. I know we hung out because her name's Katie, but for some reason, last names is not something you don't call people by their last name all the time, do you? You just say, hey, Miss such and such or something. No, that's Townsend. Katie Townsend. Shout out to Katie Townsend. If she was streaming, they could be like, hey, catch her stream. But she doesn't. She doesn't stream. But who does stream is me. You have to go to work now, NEJ Live. See you later. I hope you have a lovely day at work. Thanks for dropping by. LC's on the case. LC always on the case, innit? That's right. All right. Well, where were we last time? I think we had an explosion, and then we needed to reinvestigate somewhere, didn't we? I forgot where we left it. We're not back in court, are we? I don't think we're back in court. You see if you can tune in later. No worries, NEJ Live. Only if it doesn't get you fired. Oh, I just realized. Wait, why is the... oopsie. My computer is not properly connected. Let's try this again. I don't... Why? Okay, I'm gonna have to do this now. and then go back to this. Well, there we go. That worked perfectly, didn't it? Game set. We are in the void. Welcome to the void. Oh, that reminds me, actually. Maybe. So I have an exciting. Tomorrow I've got a release, right? So maybe just for y'all, I can play a little bit. I found, basically, I'm one of the new voices in this. I don't know if y'all play this, but I'm one of the voices in the for the new class for DLC for Darktide, Warhammer Darktide, and somebody's made like already like a little bit of a short, I think, that shows some of my voice work. So maybe we can watch that too. I found it earlier. Where's it gone to? Oh, this is it. So maybe a little bit of a preview. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna turn down the volume on the game then, just so we can listen to it. Hold on. Audio. Let's just turn this off for a moment, and we can listen to my voice work on this. Get ready. So just to be clear, the voice in the very beginning is not me. So wait for the response to what the dude says in the beginning. But this is a funny edit, so we can watch the whole thing.
I see you wheedling up to the marshal. Were we missing a stern, paternalistic figure while growing up?
This is not me.
Hardly. The Judge of Terror was naturally omnipresent in my formative years. Attend Matador's word! Adamant, unyielding, unstoppable!
None can resist the Lex!
This is Deborah Wild, actually. Oh, that's not me anymore.
Behemoth, you're making my mastiff nervous!
Me? Make him nervous?
There you go. That was me.
Behemoth, you making my mastiff nervous.
Anyway, so that's coming out tomorrow. And it's obviously a very different vibe from Great Ace Attorney. But I thought that'd be fun to show y'all. So yeah, if you play these kind of games, and like I said, so Deborah Wild and myself are basically the same personality of that new class. We're both the authoritarian. So I'm the male, she's the female, and then there's 4 other actors for 2 other personalities in that of that new class, the Adeptus Arbites. Me and some other people who are working on the game, we're gonna do a stream tomorrow, but it might actually end up being Tuesday now. So yeah, like not with Dev. I've never actually met Deborah, which I think she's traveling a lot and stuff like that. But maybe I'll get in touch with her. Maybe we can do something together as well, which would be cool. But possibly on Tuesday, I think. But I'll let you know. I'll put it on my Discord and I'll put all the other stuff, you know. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I used to play a lot of first-person shooters, so this is like, yeah, it's pretty fucking exciting for me. And that is basically, for those of you who've been following me for a while, that is what I was working on for like 5 months, and when my voice was always very rough. So now you know why that was, because yeah, I've been shouting into a mic very aggressively for 5 months every week, and it was pretty intense.
It's a pretty... I am an arbitrator, and I will destroy you.
Very different from our dear Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Anyway, talking about Ryunosuke Naruhodo, let's get back to it. Let's get back to this game. Angry Mark. It's definitely very angry Ryunosuke when he's like gets older, and he's like,
I've had enough of this shenanigans in the courtroom. Now, we shall destroy. Yeah.
Start playing from this save game. The return of the great departed soul. Dio has had enough of Jim Jams. Dio has been like, enough. Enough of all these. Oh, we are back in court. Hey, wide of the mark, he says. Hey. Ba-dum-bum, psht, ba-dum-bum. By the way, where did I put my fan? Oh, I took it with me. Now it's downstairs. It's all right. It's not that hot. The judge says, Dio after voice coaching from Barack. Haha, indeed.
It seems Santa says the defense's assertion was somewhat
Wide of the mark? Wait, what? What was wide of the mark? What did we just argue for? Need I say more? The witness had neither an opportunity nor a reason to commit the alleged crime. In short, the possibility of Mr. Drebber having done as you suggest is nil. Nil? What's going on? Bob LaPlanche says, I think that's how you should talk to Barack. Should we do a stream where Dio gets a very like arbitrator kind of voice? He's like,
enough of this, Barack. I shall defeat you in this life or the next.
No, maybe not. Okay. Anyway. So we accused Drebber, and somehow we did something wrong. I don't remember. What did we do? It's like a week and a half ago. If either of us were to die, oh, that's what it was. The contract would become null and void. Right. I remember now. So, we said that Drebber killed, what was the other? Assman. But because they had a contract that if either of them dies, then he doesn't get any money. Something like that, right? Right. That's what we had. Okay. Right.
Lord Van Zeeks, you will submit the contract as evidence, please.
Assman has entered the chat. But guy, excuse me, Marshal K, that is inappropriate. What do you mean, but guy? I mean, that's just his name, Assman. I don't know what you mean. What are you trying to say? That I was being inappropriate? Booty boy? Marizien. Now. Silly. You naughty people. Like, Susato is really like up here, isn't she? Yeah, I need to move a little bit to the right so I'm not blocked. Because this is what we need, right? In the stream also. Hold on. Like this. This'll work. So we all get our moment in the spotlight. Hindquarter human. Crazy people. You silly people. Drebber's contract has been entered into the court record. Okay.
It's true.
It's true. If Drebber had no opportunity to switch the birdcage under the stage with the one in the crystal tower, he couldn't have done it. And in any case, I have no idea what his motive might have been. There is one aspect of your argument that still holds true, however. Huh? Oh wait, let me also turn this down a little bit. I think I turned it up to... Yeah. This. Music, good balance. There were 2 bird cages. The prosecution is unable to deny that. So I'm sure you're on the right lines, Mr. Naruhodo. And I've no doubt there are other aspects of your assertion that are undeniable truths too.
Well, it would seem that the defense has no rejoinder to offer.
What the hell is a rejoinder? I am Drebber. Well, I must say, I am a little surprised. I came here to testify about the machine I built, and instead my reputation is, how do you say, defiled? But the prosecution's counter has set the record straight, I think.
It's impossible that I, the culprit.
Exactly. I object. Ooh, look at the strength in those eyes. The strength, the power. At the beginning of this trial, we believed that there was only one birdcage. Yet now, we know there must have been two. In other words, there was more to the demonstration than we realized at first. Gosh, he's like the Winter Soldier, isn't he? Only like bad. I think it's abundantly clear that the same applies to the culprit.
Get to the point.
The stage demonstration was constructed and set up in its entirety by you, Mr. Drebber. Therefore, it's inconceivable that you had no hand in the events that transpired.
Now I'm sad.
So, if circumstances mean it's impossible that you could have carried out the crime yourself, it points to the fact that someone else was involved.
Someone else? Oh my god! I've been a judge for 150 years, but oh my god, things changing. I've never experienced this before in my life. Unexpected things. Gosh, I need to adjust my wig. Ah. Counts, are you suggesting?
Yes, my lord. Mr. Drebber had an accomplice. Mysterious. Mysterious. Let me also look at this bloody contract. I feel like I would gain some knowledge from that. Oh, is that it? Terms of investment. The investor, Mr. Odious Man, hereby enters into contract. Wait, is this meant to be like odious man or something like odious? Does odious mean something in English? Odious. Like bad? Odious man. Odious man. Odious man. Hereby enters into contract with the provider, Mr. Enoch Drebber. It's kind of like the Japanese judge who is like basically just called Mr. Hell in Japanese, right? Mr. Hell. Hello, Mr. Hell. Jigoku. Hereby enters into contract with the provider, Mr. Enoch Drebber, to fund labor and materials for the construction of a super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine. Mr. Drebber is to receive 30% of all remunerations from government grants or other income. Mr. Drebber may only uphold his right on condition that both contract... You know, I have to say, though, isn't it a, like... It's already a slightly suspicious contract when you say, like, yeah, we have this contract, but it only works if we're both alive. Because that, like, if you're setting up a contract that sort of, like, implies that if you don't put this clause in, one person might kill the other, I feel like that's kind of, like, suspicious, isn't it? Like, I don't know. If I were to join a contract or something, like, I guess, I mean, it's good to prepare for all eventualities. But if the only two clauses are like, hey, I get this money, but only if we're both alive. Like, it's a little sus. It's a little sus. Like, if it's like one of many, like when I did like when I do contracts, there is one clause, one of many, that is like, oh, you know, you have this obligation, but if there's like, if you get ill, or if you know, something happens beyond your control, or like, you know, health happens, or you're dead, or whatever, like, it's one of many clauses. It's not the only clause. So, suspicious, I would say. Is the music very quiet? Oh, the music is a little quieter just in general, but it's still, is that then? Yeah, yeah, this seems okay, doesn't it? Anyway. Or is it too quiet? If y'all think it's too quiet, then I can turn it up a bit, but, anyway. Yes, my lord. Mr. Drebber had an accomplice.
Objection!
What are you objecting about again? And who's that cutie in the background? An accomplice now. Well then, I presume you're prepared for what's to come. What is to come, Baroque? Now that you're accusing not only this witness, but someone else of the most serious crimes. Oh, let me just adjust my hair. I need to get a haircut. My hair's grown. I always feel so messy when it grows long. Or I was gonna just cut off all my hair. I'm kind of like tired of my hair. Should I just go bald? If these accusations turn out to be false, I will be deeply, deeply upset. Then make no mistake. The prosecution will demand an equally serious punishment for your slander.
Well, Counselor?
Get a mohawk. The thing is, you know what's annoying as an actor? You're always like, it's not that I like have to ask my agent for permission, but you you can't just get a haircut and then like you have to think a little bit about like, oh, you have to get new headshots or something like that if you make a change. It's all like, it's quite involved as an actor. You always got to think about it, you know? Anyway.
Do you intend to pursue this course and formally accuse another party of involvement in this matter?
What do I do here? Wait, why did he just like shout objection but then has no plan whatsoever? Come on, Ryunosuke, could we not have figured this out a little bit together? Work with me, buddy. Work with me. At the moment, this is little more than a hunch on my part, and yet I loudly shouted objection into the courtroom. Ryunosuke, when will you learn, huh? I don't know for sure if Drebber had an accomplice, or even if he really is the culprit here. No plan. Let's go. Oh, silly man. Silly man. I'm surprised he has no plan this far into the... Well, I thought maybe he learns. I'm the type of person who likes to think that he learns from his mistakes. But that's the Naruhodo way. Is that a new is that the new season of what's it called? The Mandalorian? This is the Naruhodo way. Objection! What are you talking about? I don't know. Bluffing has gotten him this far. Has gotten him this far. So what's the point for him? What's there for him to learn? Very well true. Oh, what's up, Paradise? How you doing? Mandalorian, indeed. I'd like to be in a Star Wars universe. Wouldn't that be fun? One way or another, though, I have to make my position clear as a lawyer. So, what's my stance going to be? Did Drebber have an accomplice or not? Oh, shit. Can we name the accomplice? Who could be the accomplice? Oh, this guy looks suspicious. Oh, that's just Odie Assman? The man who perished in the explosion on the Oh. Who could it be? Who could be his accomplice? Enoch Drebber? Maybe the kid? Could it be the Bohemian boy? Hey, hold on a minute. This is like kind of... I feel a little offended. Why doesn't it say his name? Why does it just say a Bohemian boy? We said his name. Why is his name not there? It was like Gottfried something. I forgot what it was. But it just says Bohemian boy. That is so rude. That is so rude. Balthasar Loon, the impresario of short pleasure voyages in flying balloons. Esmeralda? Do we... who the fuck could be his... Could it be the masked man? He has the air of a completely unassailable man. Got will get mad if you don't... Gots. Do you know that got, as in like without the S, means God in German? God. So if I almost read Moondrop's chat as God will get mad if you don't spell. It's like, oh. Oh, you meant Gotts, as in just Gottfried. God forbid. Oh mein Gott. So who could be his accomplice? Who could be his accomplice? I have no clue. Could it be him? But he's dead. Maybe it's Baroque. Maybe it's the masked man. Do we have any clue? Oh, how about her? They look similar, so they must have been working together. Am I just guessing? I literally have no clue. I have no clue. We can just add something for fun. Like, we're gonna name it, and we're gonna say, we're just gonna say it's the woman who looks like death, because she just seems evil. Somehow the two bird cages must have been switched. Everything points to that. Yet, according to the coroner's report, that's not a possibility. Yes, so maybe she is. That's inconsistent. Yeah. So maybe it is Scythe. Maybe the clue is that they look. You have received a stark warning already. If you are nevertheless determined, then I must now ask you to identify. Oh, I forgot to do the voice. To identify this alleged accomplice by name.
So, your answer, please?
Oh shit, I literally got one life left. It's her. It's her. I know it.
Take that!
The name of the person in question is...
What's wrong, my Nipponese friend? Surely, fear doesn't bind your tongue now. It's a little late for that.
Actually, Mr. Van Zeeks, Mr. Douchebag over there, I was just pausing for suspense, because that is what you do in reality TV, which this clearly is. Of course I'm oh wait, shit. Why are you undermining me, dude? After all, naming her in this capacity is definitely going to make waves. A lot of waves. See, I was correct. I could very well turn every single person in this courtroom against me. I'm sure it will be all right, Mr. Naruhodo. Aw, when you got her reassuring me, then everything will be fine. They're going to make wuthering waves. Very clever, Amazai Ichiro. Thank you, Miss Susato. Thank you, Miss Tsumsato. Without you by my side, I don't know what I would do.
Let's do it.
The enemy always appears larger than life, but you'll appear exactly the same to the enemy. Huh. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but it sounds clever, so let's just go with it. Tsumsato is falling. No, all safe, everyone. Everything's good. Nothing happened. All right, then. Here goes.
You've kept us waiting long enough.
We're just having like a whole conversation by the side, you know.
Your answer, counsel. Now.
The person who colluded with Mr. Drebber in order to carry out this wicked crime. Oh, he's gonna punch now, isn't he? No. Is Scotland Yard's coroner, Dr. Courtney Scythe.
What? What the blazes are you talking about? Dr. Scythe?
The head of the forensic investigation team, and the coroner who conducted the autopsy on the victim?
We know there were 2 bird cages. So, Who could have carried out the switch to complete the illusion? The accident happened in front of a huge crowd of spectators, and the area was immediately sealed off. Then, everyone, police officers included, were banished to make way for the forensic investigation team. Yeah, that's right. They didn't let us investigate anything. It's like, oh, yeah, no, don't touch things. Don't touch things. Because, like, we need to wait for the forensic investigation team. Don't touch anything. Suspicious. When else could the switch have occurred? It can only have been in that team's presence. I'm upset now. Look at me, looking upset. It's essential that the court determines exactly what happened following the incident. The defense demands that Dr. Scythe be summoned to the witness stand at once to testify. Oh my god, that's crazy. Can you believe it? Oh, this episode is very exciting. Oh, cool, I love it. What's happening? I'm sleepy. Oh, I'm gonna shoot you.
You've got nerve, lad. Standing up there, dragging the yard's name through the mud. I don't know if this is what he sounded like, but it feels apt.
I didn't mean to. Oh, that voice was tough.
I know the woman very well. There's no better dead room worker. How dare you call her a criminal? Ridiculous.
Now, why does he have a gun in the courtroom? Indeed.
My learned friend's imagination appears to be wilder than the East End at night.
Oh, now you're making fun of the East End, eh? Huh? Gosh. He lives in his posh quarters in Chelsea or something like that, probably. Oh my god. He would never go to the East End. Blah, 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 blah.
But the recklessness of your accusation aside, there's another grave problem with your...
grave problem?
With your argument.
We're talking about dead people.
One which the prosecution demands you address at once.
A grave problem? What, is it all about spades and shovels again? Oh my word.
Who do you claim acted as the victim's doppelganger?
What? Come on, I can't think of everything on my own.
Certainly, if the birdcage containing the body of the victim was exchanged for another, that cage must also have contained a body.
And yet, no missing persons or accidental deaths of anyone even remotely resembling the victim have been reported. Which means there was no one, dead or alive, who could have fulfilled the role of a body double for Mr. Assman.
That's true. Well, I didn't think of everything. If my argument is that there were two bird cages, then there must also have been one person inside each. But I don't know if I've got an answer to this yet, have I? What can I do to reveal how this body double stunt was achieved? Wait, what, do I have something for that? Hold on, what's there? That there were two bird cages. I'm a little confused here. Do I know who that could have been? If I say nothing yet, will the game be over? Maybe save? I don't know what you mean. The other one, I answered like this, easy peasy, no problem. I don't know what y'all mean, yo. What if I just say nothing? I don't think I have that evidence yet, do I? belongs to Mr. Okay, we've got the crossbow. This is the dead person. What if it's the head? I feel like this head is holding the secrets. I think underneath this head is a face that looks like Ass Man. I think there's something, because clearly that thing was stolen. Like the puppet was stolen. Plus, well, okay, small fragment of very unusual. So the Professor waxwork has been used sort of in this capacity. So somehow I think this piece of broken glass is actually something that proves that. But I don't know if this is strong enough evidence. How this body, but this wouldn't prove how it was achieved. But I could present, it could have been a puppet of some sort. Okay, I have saved. Let's just see if it could have been. Very well. The defense will address my learned friend's concerns by presenting evidence that reveals the true nature of Mr. Asman's body double.
Good gracious, evidence. I do hope this isn't filibustering, Counsel. The court is expecting a name.
If you think you have relevant evidence, present it now.
The body double and the birdcage were hiding inside the balloon that was floating above the stage, which means that any witnesses would only have seen them from 60 feet away. So, who was it that appeared out of that explosion, some 18 meters above the spectators? Wait, what? Aha! The body double inside the second birdcage was... Okay, well then it must have been, because...
Take that!
We know that the victim, Mr. Asman, was in the birdcage that was situated inside the kinesis machine on stage. I guess this was correct, wasn't it? And therefore, he couldn't have been inside the second birdcage. Instead, that contained something else. What's been described as a body double, which is what fell from the sky and crashed into the crystal tower.
Yes, Counsel.
See, I've got that one life left, but I know exactly what I'm doing. I didn't look anything up. This is just my bud grain, my global community. Only my bud grain doing this.
Yes, Counsel. According to your somewhat elaborate version of his events.
Lock the fuck in, yeah. It's because I got Susato by my side, yo. Easy. Easy peasy.
And I've got the same color coordination as Susato. So, that's why everything's working on high speed. And that body double inside the second birdcage was, in fact... Uh-oh. Oh, he's getting nervous. Was I wrong?
It's all right, Mr. Naruhodo. You're ready for this. Just steel yourself like a samurai and come out with it.
Thank you, Miss Susato. I needed that. He's just nervous in general. Oh, silence! Silence, everyone! As I was saying, the body double inside the second birdcage was as unbelievable as it may seem. That thing there. Oh, that thing is just there in the courtroom? It's just hanging out, just chilling there? I didn't realize that. Well, it looks kind of ominous.
Objection.
Open your eyes and look into mine. Look into my eyes, not around the eyes. You're under. You're a chicken.
Maybe not.
Now, tell me, baby, one more time. What are you playing at? Have you been flirting with me this whole time? Huh? Is that what's going on? Why don't you take me out for dinner, yo? Ryunosuke Naruhodo. You handsome devil, you.
No, thank you, Barack. You're not my vibe, okay? You can't just, like, attack me with your racism all the time and then think we're all good now, okay? That's not how I work. It's not how I operate, okay? I believe in kindness and not like putting people down and then thinking like you can reduce their self-esteem in that way and then you know, like, you're an easy target. No. I got pride, yo. I'm good with myself. You on the other hand, you got shit to figure out, okay? See a therapist or something. Work that shit through, okay? Don't let it out on other people like that. Not cool. Not cool.
Stand firm now, Ryunosuke. This is the time to show your Japanese spirit.
As the court will observe, this is a waxwork model. Yeah, let me look at my notes. I think that's correct, yes. A model, in fact, of an infamous London murderer from 10 years ago. The professor.
Objection.
Objection! You started by indicting the leader of the forensic investigation team as an accomplice in this crime. And now, you've moved on to indicting waxworks.
Yes, indeed. That's about the size of it.
But why? And why this waxwork? It looks nothing like the victim. In fact, it could hardly resemble him less. What justification can you give?
Well, I'll tell you that. If you want to know why, tune in next time on Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I don't know how to lawyer, but I'll try it anyway. Da-da-da, boom. Ask Mr. Drebber.
Me? Ask me? What?
Just days before Professor Hairbrain performed his public demonstration, Mr. Drebber abducted this model from Madame Tusspells.
Did you say? Abducted? But it's only a waxwork. You can only abduct people, right? So it would have to be stolen temporarily or something like that.
And 2 days after the incident at the Great Exhibition, he returned it to the museum.
Then, the timing. How could I not realize? I am stupid.
Ah! Is this true, Mr. Drebber?
At first, I couldn't see why Mr. Drebber would have stolen the waxwork and then given it back again. It doesn't make sense. But now, the reason is clear. He took it so that he could put it inside the second birdcage as a body double for Mr. Assman. What are you objecting to?
Are you hearing this, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Are you hearing the defense's astonishing proposal? It is so astonishing, in fact. I'm so upset I didn't come up with it myself. God damn it, I'm so stupid. That the witness fabricated this vast machine with the intention of deceiving some wretched scientist. That he did so in collusion with the country's finest coroner on a public stage in front of a vast audience. And that, to effect the deception, he used a waxwork model that in no way resembles the victim. Are we really to believe this far-fetched tale? What do you decide?
No, scary.
Objection!
Yeah, objection indeed. Wait. Yes. If you put it like that, of course it sounds implausible. My lord. Who's saying my lord?
Oh, no, I need to speak, if you please. Go ahead, Mr. Foreman.
Myself and my colleagues have reached an agreement.
What? After all the evidence I've provided? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Objection.
Very good in that case. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your leanings for the court to hear
Guilty.
Fuck you. Screw you.
Guilty.
Idiot.
Guilty.
Dumbass.
Guilty!
Why is a child on the jury? That doesn't make any sense. You idiots. You will all rue the day, you dumbass jury people. You dumbasses. You suck. The jury system sucks. You're all stupid. But don't worry. We will turn this around. No problem. No problem whatsoever.
So, as indicated by the foreman, I am Santa. The jury has reached a consensus.
Have I ever sang my version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to all of you? Have I done that? Have I done that before? When I rewrote the lyrics to Rudolph? Have I never done that? Does anybody remember that when I sang that? No? I must? But it's kind of violent. Like, oh, I see LC remembers. It's June. I cannot sing it now. I have to wait. There was a machine gun. Yeah, there was a machine gun involved. Yes, there was indeed. Okay, well then while we're at it, but I have to turn on the music here, don't I? So I can just do that once more. Just because it was just Santa. There was so okay, for context, basically an ex of mine didn't like the Rudolph song because Rudolph gets bullied by all the other reindeer, and then, or maybe it was during a Wukong stream, that's right. And then oh, that's why. Like, so some of y'all wouldn't have heard it because I was fighting the deer in Wukong. But so basically she didn't like how Rudolph gets bullied by the other reindeer, and then Santa just says like, oh, guide my sleigh tonight, and then they all loved him. And it's like really, really like kind of, oh, suddenly they all love him because Santa says like, oh, you're the top of my sled now. And you know, all the bullying is gone now. So I rewrote it for a version in which Rudolph gets revenge on those people. And it goes, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very big MG. And if you ever saw him, you would turn your hoofs and flee. And all the other reindeer who used to laugh and call him names are hanging in Rudolph's shed there upon the wall in little frames, because one foggy Christmas Eve Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your weapon kit, won't you kill those hypocrites? Then all the reindeer loved him and wanted him to join and play. But Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer preferred to make those bitches pay. Those bitches pay. Anyway, that's my version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I actually almost came up with that on the spot, to be honest. I think I just came up with it on the spot, but it wasn't the final version. I edited a little bit further down the line. If anyone for Christmas wants to animate this and I'll sing it, I'm happy to do that. But I'll record a better version of this then. It's like an anti-bullying campaign or something like that. It's like, hey. Oh wait, maybe that's not a great anti-bullying campaign because it involves murder. Oh shit. Actually, maybe let's not do this because that's kind of what happens in the US sometimes. So now I feel really terrible. Like, please don't anyone take motivation from my song. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. And I grew up in a country where gun violence wasn't a real thing. So please, America, don't listen to me. No one shoot anyone. It's not good. Everyone forget this happened. Do not kill anyone. I do not endorse violence of any kind. And this was just a joke. It's just fiction. Anyway, let's go back to the game. I knew that was going to happen. I knew you would do something stupid, Mark. You stupid idiot. You stupid idiot. Don't cancel me, please. I didn't mean it. Ah, damn it. We shall get through this, Mr. Naruhodo, as we always do. Mark Takeshi Ono. Wait, who's Ono? I gotten red? I don't know. I only realized after I said anti-bullying campaign that holy shit, this is actually a terrible idea. So please don't. Oh my god, what have I done? And uncover some new truths along the way, I'm quite sure. You're writing your tweet longer as... Wait, what? You know you need to proofread your chat, Baroque's Footstool. I don't know what you're writing. It doesn't even make sense. I'm writing my tweet longer as we speak. I don't know what that means. With a ukulele. YouTube. Oh my god. A ukulele. You all taking me out of context, and that is why I don't give a shit. No, I wouldn't do that. Oh, tweet longer is for longer tweet. Oh, is that a real thing? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I need to do another apology to Baroque's Footstool for claiming that you need to proofread your chat when actually you actually wrote perfectly fine things. And I'm just an idiot. Whoopsie daisy. Ryunosuke, yes, I agree. Oh no, Darcy on the case. Oh god. Should we just like watch the Welsh name song again? Or you know, the other day, because I watched the Welsh song thing, there was actually another video that came up. Hey, where's my mouse? Hold on, there's another place that's the longest, hold on. Longest place name. The New Zealand one. Hold on. So I don't actually know this one yet. So how about just to do something different? We're just gonna... Today's stream is all over the place. But that's okay, because it's my stream and I can do whatever I want. So we're gonna... How about we learn how to do this one? I don't know... Okay, this one has 19 minutes. So is there... Oh, that's good. Okay, homework. We're all gonna practice this. And then that's gonna be next time. I need a new challenge, you know? So that's gonna happen next time. So Will this be on the test? Yes, this will be on the test, everyone. So please take notes. The Animaniacs Yako... What is that? Animaniacs Yako's World Song. I don't know that. What is that? Animaniacs Yako's World. Is this appropriate? Is this... New challenge. Learn the entire Maori language. I think that's a great idea. Animaniacs sing-along.
They've forgotten the tempo.
There's one thing I noticed that's a little bit annoying about when I... Like...
And now,
when I looked at me doing the stream of the Welsh place, that it was slightly delayed, like my singing was slightly delayed from the song. So that was a little bit annoying. I don't know why that happens. Is it delayed for you guys as well? I don't know. Anyway.
Nations of the World, brought to you by Yakko Warner.
Yakko Warner. I like this.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru,
Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, United States, Salvador, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, still, Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, Bermuda. That's so quick. Paraguay, Uruguay, Suriname. Wow.
Norway, Sweden, Iceland, Finland, Germany,
and I want one piece. Oh, jeez. True. Turkey and Greece.
Poland, Romania,
Scotland, Albania,
Ireland, Russia, Oman, Bulgaria, Saudi
Arabia, Hungary,
Cyprus, Iran, Iran,
Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Jordan,
Kuwait, Bahrain, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, Portugal, France, England, Denmark, and Spain. India, Pakistan, Burma, Afghanistan, Thailand, Nepal, and Bhutan, Cambodia, Malaysia, Bangladesh, China, Korea, Japan.
Oh, did it say Czechoslovakia? Oh my god. That is very old, isn't it? Oh, and it does say Taiwan also, which is like controversial if the US were to say that. I'm for it though. But Palestine wasn't mentioned, was it? Oh God. This is so quick. Wait for it. Wait, what is happening? Wait, is Transylvania its own country? Isn't Transylvania... Where is Transylvania? Oh, was there Palestine? Did I miss it? When was it? Oh, it went too quickly. Oh, here it is, Malta and Palestine. There we go. Animaniacs did it, eh? You've seen me apologize in the chat. Yugoslavia is also in there. Oh shit. I didn't even it was so quick. It was hard to even follow all of them. But Taiwan and Palestine. Oh. Controversial Animaniacs, eh? Not in my opinion, but Transylvania is not a country. It's a Hungarian-speaking region of Romania. There we go. And then the Animaniacs or something like... I forgot. I used to love anime. I don't remember anything about it other than that song. Well, I always watched, what is it? Pinky and the Brain. And I only remember the song, right? Wait, how does the song go? Der Pinky und der Brain. Just the German version of that. Anyway, back to the game. We're back with it, guys. Come on. I'm going to have to appeal to the jurors as usual. I like that he's like, yeah, as usual. And I'm going to win. And see if I can persuade them to change their minds. Yep, totally going to do it. Game? We're playing a game? I don't know what you mean. What game?
The defense will now embark on a summation examination.
Wait. This is interesting. Because, normally, they've always complained about us doing a summation examination. It was like,
this is very out of the ordinary. This law has never been used in 200 years
or something, they always say. But this time, he just assumes I'm doing a summation examination. Very strange.
Are you and your fellows ready to proceed, Mr. Foreman? Mr. Foreman?
We are, my lord.
Somehow this guy is getting the voice of the Emperor or something, isn't he?
Do it. Kill him. We are, my lord.
He kind of looks a little bit like him, doesn't he?
Do it. Kill him.
Very well. In that case, I ask you now to state clearly for all present to hear the grounds on which each of you has decided that the defendant is guilty of the crime of which he is charged. Ah,
Oh, the mouse is still here. Yeah, give us reasons, you stupid jury. Give us reasons. Reasons. We want reasons. Oh my god, it's finally happening. What you talking about? The summation examination is this is what you've been waiting for. What you've been waiting for all along is the summation examination.
I've known that woman for years. She'd never been an accomplice to anything. I have not fallen asleep for half of this, whatever you call it, court shenanigans. I'm a very awake person.
Huh? What the fuck? Are you just looking at the newspaper?
It's utter nonsense to think those two would ever be conniving with one another.
Oh dear, this is most troubling. But surely the waxwork of the man stole is nothing to do with the coroner, is it?
I am a magician. I have had my own problems with members of the police. I do not trust them much.
I've seen no rigorous proof that this waxwork was ever inside the birdcage. It's pure conjecture.
I'm tired.
Accusing someone without right evidence. He's not a proper job, is he? I won't have it.
Oh, she's a cockney, is it?
He's not a proper job, is he? I won't have it.
I won't have it. No. Ridiculous. So, wait, Juror 3 base. Wait, what did he say? I've had my own... Oh, he's had problems with the members of the police. Very interesting.
Somewhat unsurprisingly, it seems the introduction of this waxwork model to the proceedings has polarized opinion.
Given that its face is obscured, and its build in no way resembles that of the victim, I can only applaud my learned friends' temerity at suggesting it as Mr. Assman's body double. As Mr. Assman's booty double.
Yes, the applause is deafening for my beautiful joke. Thank you. And yes, I know, it seems extraordinary. But that's the point. That's why I have a strong feeling. It's actually a greater clue than anyone yet realizes. Clap. Thank you, Elsie. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. I know. Incredible stuff. I should just do stand-up. That's how funny I am. Clearly. I wonder if I would be like the first streamer who's like, oh my god, I'm so funny. I'm just gonna stand on a stage and do stand-up because that's like so easy. And then totally bombs or something, you know. Because stand-up is pretty fucking hard. Anyway, what are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, the ad stopped at a great time. You'd come to my stand-up. Oh man, I don't know if I'd come to my stand-up, but maybe I'll try one day. I can't explain why at the moment. Wait, what are you explaining? What are you thinking? Oh, I can't explain my thinking at the moment because it's so complicated. Okay, bye again, y'all. Okay, bye, Deadly Starbear. Thanks for popping in. But I feel as though there's a specific reason why it was used, why it had to be this model. Very good, Elsie. Very good. That deserves a clap. Elsie, everyone. Elsie, she'll be here all week. You know, very good. We all come to Elsie stand-up, innit? It'll be exactly 30 seconds long. Really? A reason why? Oh my god, maybe I should try stuff. You know what, Elsie? If you want to, I believe in you. I would support you in your endeavor. Totally would. Just saying, looking right at you. And anybody else also. Don't let fear stop you from doing what you want to do. Just saying. You know, keep it pushing. Keep going. Keep going. I auditioned for 16 drama schools. 16. And like, first 9 drama schools throughout a year in Germany, and they all turned me down. Then I moved to London. They all turned me down. They were like, no, we don't want you at drama school. You're not very good. We don't believe in you. And then I moved to London, auditioned for 7 more drama schools, and then I got offers from 2 with scholarships. No tuition fees for this man. Free. Yeah. Anyway, really, a reason why nothing else would do, you mean? Yeah, Germany missed out. Germany's didn't get me. To be fair, like I think when I auditioned, I didn't have very much experience, and I trained more before I auditioned again in the UK, and then I got better, because the thing is, you know, with training you get better, and then you're also better at auditioning. It's just how it works. Anyway, yes, and I'm convinced it's something far more significant than whether or not the model looked like the victim. Indeed. Well, if that's the case, we must prevent the trial from ending prematurely at all costs. Yes, agreed. I have to find a way out of this. Yes, and we will, Ryunosuke. We will. If we have to shoot out... Oh, wait, no shooting anymore. Oopsie. If you are ready, counsel, we may proceed with the summation examination. Moving on. Yes, my lord. At least Germany had Albert Hairbrain. They did indeed. Gosh, he looks handsome in this one, doesn't he? Handsome fella. Handsome fella, Ryunosuke. I've known that woman for years. She'd never been an accomplice to anything. What do you mean by that, juror number 6? What do you mean by that? Maybe he means like she's not good at anything, huh? The order of things seems to have changed around here for some reason. I'm a copper, lad. It's a copper's discretion to bend the rules sometimes when needs must. All right, copper. All right. What's wrong with it? He pulls out a gun. Oh my god, you are an awful example for the police. Jesus. Where do I start? I've been working at the yard for 40-odd years. That's even more than I thought. We've only had a metropolitan police service in town for 70 years, you know? Of course, times have changed. The public didn't trust coppers back when I started. Yeah, I don't know why, because I clearly am super reliable and very, trustworthy. It was rough. Oh, he had an Elmo voice before? I didn't even remember that. We had to fight crime, and we had to fight to win the public's trust. And when we did, forensic science was in its infancy too, even more than it is now. And that spearheaded the revolution. Oh, that's less Elmo and more... I don't actually know what Elmo sounds like. What does Elmo sound like? Let's look it up. Elmo. Let's just look up Elmo. Elmo's song. What does Elmo sound like?
We've got 3 hours to land a new tagline. What do you got?
Okay, now this is Elmo's song together with
Everybody, Snuffy Big Bird. Snuffy Big Bird. Elmo did.
Oh, what have you done, Elmo?
Well, Elmo wrote his own song.
Elmo wrote his own
song. So this is more like Elmo. Elmo wrote his own song. Oh, hello, I'm Elmo. Elmo is more happy like this.
Dr. Scythe, you mean?
That's right. About 10 years ago now it was, when I was still a youngish puppy on the beach. That's when she started making a name for herself as a doctor. And now look at her, head of the forensic investigation team, and the world knows us.
Wait, what's happening? Kitchen, did you consent to be Ah, special permission indeed.
You wanted me complain. That's what we all dreamed of back then. I did you.
Oh, this voice is gonna get exhausting though, isn't it? Who's my favorite Muppet? I haven't even watched Muppets all that much, I think. Did I watch a lot of Muppets growing up? I don't really know. I like the two old guys who always argue though. They're kind of fun. Although I also watched a lot of Ernie and Bert, I think. They're Muppets, right? Ernie and Bert Muppets? Ernie and Bert? I must watch some Muppets. Also, my childhood is so long ago, y'all. I'm so old. So we're talking like more than 30 years ago. So yeah. Anyway, back to the game. They are Sesame Street. Oh. Oh, right. Mixing things up. Bert and Ernie. Anyway, could you tell me without holding that gun in the air? Yes, thank you. I was just going to say,
we are Muppets. We are all to uphold justice, lad. Full of them, we were full of them.
That's coming across loud and clear. All right. Done with juror number 6.
It's utter nonsense to think those two would ever be conniving with one another. Apologize. Well. Live, love, juror number 2. Sad I will miss her moments coming up, but alas, work calls indeed. Have a lovely time at work.
But we are only just starting to understand this case. What are you reading there, sir?
The man behind those murders on Solar Pond Street was caught in 2 days flat. That's real policing for you.
That's really not relevant to this case, is it?
You're wrong there. Do it. Kill him. Wait, what? Because it was Dr. Scythe in charge of examining the bodies. And it was evidence arising from her work that led to the arrest of the scoundrel responsible.
Oh.
Ah, that's right. Oh, that woman is at the forefront of this country's fight against crime. The idea that she's somehow involved in this murky business is a load of old tosh.
I thought it was up to me to press the jurors, not the other way around.
Oh dear, this is most troubling. But surely the waxwork the man stole is nothing to do with the coroner, is it? Let's press her on that.
Why would you assume that?
Well, quite simply because that unsettling swindler has no relationship with the woman, does he?
True. As it stands, we don't know of any connection.
Oh gosh, But it would be delightfully romantic if they were somehow to have a mutual interest in the waxwork. Romantic? What? A woman of society such as myself views everything in terms of relationships, you know? Well, you learn something new every day, even if you don't want to. One might wonder about a possible relationship between the defendant and this coroner woman. Or perhaps between the defendant and the handsome prosecutor just there. Oh. This woman may be more astute than I've been giving her credit for. If that's the woman's stance, then perhaps demonstrating some connection between the waxwork and Dr. Scythe would be enough. Yes, I agree. As soon as we have even a whiff of a connection, she'll be the first to know. We still only have the one life. Do you thinking she's right about Hairbrain and Van Zieks, yeah? They have some kind of relationship. They have an old friendship, don't they? They used to, hang out while they were at college. I have had my own problems with members of... juror number 3. It was juror number 3 who had had problems with the police. I do not trust them much. What sort of problems? Let's just say we have run into each other on numerous occasions while I've been performing on the street. Right. I see. Obviously, artists such as myself cannot appear on stage as we work in close proximity to our audiences. So, we perform our great magic in parks, on street corners, and the like. But the police use... Oh, my day. This is what the old guy sounds like. Use any excuse to make our life... Oh. Chill out, yo, juror number 6. What are you doing? What are you doing here with that gun spinning? That looks like it's really, really dangerous. You should stop that.
Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me. Do you have something to say in response to that? Mr. Ottermole, that's his name. Ottermole.
Who are you calling a mass murder?
What? A mass murderer? Sorry, my mistake. I got confused because I heard you look like him.
I don't look like...
Wait, what's going on? Wait, who was Ottermole? Was Ottermole... Who was Ottermole and... Wait, who's Ottermole? Oh, was he... Wait, what? I'm so confused. He was the serial killer, as in like the professor. I don't want to look things up because then I might get spoilers or something like that. Anyway,
I don't look anything like the man you want to be locked up, sonny.
Do you got confused because Sholmes called him a killer cop in the wax museum? Oh, okay. Fair enough. That's like a few weeks ago, so my brain has already turned that off. Thanks, Mr. Sholmes. Perhaps we could move on. I was really wondering if you had something you wanted to add in response to what juror number 3 just said. Yeah, aside from just twirling your gun. And clearly you do.
Back in my day, back in the good old days, it wasn't like this.
What was it like, sir, in the good old days? Yeah, tell us. Why don't you tell us about it?
We worked our fingers to the bone to earn the public's trust, we did. And by Jove, we earned it. People respected us back then.
Respected you?
No one would have called a coroner into question in them days. A coroner's report was the hallmark of an investigation done right.
He got un-Elmoed. Elmo's voice is too hard to sustain.
Especially when Dr. Courtney Stevens put her name to it. She was the best of the...
Hold it. Hold on a minute. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Who's Courtney Stevens?
Sorry. Got a bit carried away there.
Stevens is Dr. Scythe's maiden name. Her maiden name. So that was before she was married. Well deduced, Sonny.
Of course, yes. Silly me, it's a Scythe now.
Is it? Because she married Death, is that why? Stevens. Stevens? Who's Stevens? I'm sure I've seen that name somewhere recently. Have we? Have we seen that name somewhere recently? No, not anywhere here. Don't tell me. I need to figure it out on my own. I'd marry anyone to get the last name Scythe. That's actually pretty good name, isn't it? I'm sure I've seen it. Okay, right.
Anyway, the point is, those were the great days of policing, not like now.
Oh wait, is the name somewhere else? Courtney Scythe, Odie Assman. Do we see Stevens in any other report? Ha ha! Well, here's Courtney Stevens, condemned prisoner, pseudonym the Professor, death by hanging confirmed at midnight, 17th June, Courtney Stevens. Right. So she was present. What is this? This is the... So she has done... So Scythe has also done the autopsy report of this fella. Okay. Interesting. More information. Anyway, the point is those were the great days of policing. Not like now. Sorry to interrupt, sir, while you keep going on about how great the good old days were, because we all know that's bullshit. But do you think you could change your statement to include that name?
Well, yes. I don't see why not.
What's up, Dragon Nerd Izzy? Hello, welcome. I'm very well. How are you? I hope you're having a lovely day. Fancy seeing you here on TGAA. I met Dragon Nerd Izzy at the con last weekend, which was really lovely, and we had a lovely chat. It was very nice. Very, very nice. So if I ever do another con, if any of you come, I would be very happy to meet you, even if it's just for a chat. She was Courtney Stevens back when I knew her. Of course, a legendary coroner. Even then. Hold it! I saw the How to Train Your Dragon live action yesterday. Oh, very good, very good. I should check that out as well. Wait, is it in the movies right now? How to Train Your Dragon live action. That sounds really fun. I might check that out, actually. I have to go to the cinema more now. More. Begging a Dutch con to invite me. Oh, you know, I was at a Dutch con like 4 or 5 years ago at some point. So I don't know. Maybe I can go there again. Let's see. Let's see what else is in store for me. Let's see. Well, the thing is, I do have German citizenship, so like going to the EU is like very, very chill and very easy. So I'd be down for that probably at some point. Mark at Dokomi. Is that a con? Are there any cons that like that? I mean, I don't really know cons that well, so maybe I need to do a little bit of research into those and which are good and stuff like that. Anyway, Ryunosuke, she was legendary, was she? In Düsseldorf. Oh. With 80 people. Oh my lord. That'd be lovely if 80 people come. Dokumi is the biggest con in Germany. Oh. Oh, it was a few weeks ago. Oh. Anime Expo in LA. I don't know if I go to LA again this year because I've already been there. But let's see. I'm still in discussions with my team, with my people about where would be a good place to go next. But we had dozens of people at the Ace Attorney meetup. It was fantastic. Oh, so there was an Ace Attorney meetup at Dokomi in Düsseldorf. Oh, that would have been a nice place to go then. I didn't know there was a meetup. Maybe if there's like other places where like a lot of Ace Attorney people go, that might be like a nice kind of thing. If maybe go in my Discord and tell me about like what would be good cons or something, and then I can maybe I can like look that up, also tell my convention agent or something like that. Anyway, back to the game. What did you say? What did I say? That woman. Wait, what? Wait, but we just did this, didn't we? We just did this. Legendary was your description, sir, not mine. Rubbish! That word never passed my lips. I never described anybody that way ever. Not if they were still in the game. What? What? What's wrong with this man? Not if they were still in the game. Wait, what? Scythe is not in the game anymore. She's... Oh, what? I'm so confused about what is going on. What game? What's happening? I don't understand. I think the point you're trying to make is that Dr. Scythe is an extremely talented coroner. Would that be fair? It would! If it weren't for the fact that you're trying to drag that legendary woman's reputation through the mud? What are you talking about? I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that legendary. Oh my god, this man definitely needs some help. He shouldn't be on a jury. What is happening? He's got so many screws loose.
It's utter nonsense to think those two would ever be conniving with one another.
Hold it! Have we already pressed him? Oh, we already pressed him, didn't we? Oh. I'm confused. Yeah, we've already done this. Ah, shit. Because this is... Wait, what? I'm so confused. Oh, yeah, no, we have done this. Yeah. So we have done this one. Right. And then we've done this one. And while we were doing this one, the other guy interrupted. Yes. Okay, so now we can go to this one and press him as well. Hold it! Wait, what was it he said? I've seen no rigorous proof that this waxwork was ever inside the birdcage. It's conjecture. But you claimed the whole instantaneous kinesis demonstration was a trick.
That I did. But there's more than one way to pull a rabbit out of a hat, isn't there?
Ah, see, I can do magic puns too, not just you, you silly juror number 3.
Sorry?
I grant you, given that this cage appeared from amidst an explosion, there have been no need to use a real person. But if the waxwork had been used, the culprit could at least have had the decency to make it look like the victim.
I'm not sure exactly how much criminals are governed by decency.
The point is, if you're going to make a claim about that waxwork being inside the birdcage, you need to give us some evidence. Without that, it's just not science.
I suppose we should expect nothing less than a logical argument from a fellow of the Royal Society. But that perhaps means his mind could be changed if we manage to present suitable evidence. Evidence that the Professor Waxwork was inside that birdcage. Can I produce that or not? Yes. I have evidence. Actually, I have something I'd like you to see, sir. Oh, am I gonna need to save just in case? I mean, I know that I have the evidence, but I'm just gonna save just in case. Because, you know, a clever gamer is somebody who saves, even if they're confident.
I must warn you that I firmly believe it's only wise to trust men in white coats. So, given your jet black outfit, I don't mind admitting to a sense of trepidation here.
So, you don't trust anyone in black? Just to be clear, he says in black. Okay? Just talking about the clothing. Looking in the mirror must be very tiring. Very trying. I do have some evidence that proves the waxwork was inside the birdcage. Namely... Boom!
Take that!
Boom!
What's that? A piece of glass? Though it's unusually thick for glass.
Yes, it's a piece of broken glass that we found inside the jacket on the waxwork. As you say, it's not ordinary glass, though. It's very thick and clearly made for extra strength. Much like the special glass that was developed for the construction of the Crystal Tower.
The Crystal Tower? Holy smoke!
Exactly. The centerpiece of the Great Exhibition, where the very incident we're talking about took place. On the day in question, the birdcage fell from above and smashed through a window of that special glass.
From whence this small piece originated. Is that it?
Precisely. So, what do you say? Now that clear evidence in support of the assertion has been placed before you. What do you say? What do you say, old man? Come on, uncle.
Well, as I said, I only trust men in white coats as a rule. However, when the reasoning is sound, it's fair to say color shouldn't come into it.
Well said, buddy. Well said, juror number 4. That's very progressive of you.
In light of what you've shown me here, yes, I feel obliged to change my position on the matter.
Racism defeated by juror number 4.
Number 4. In that case, juror number 4, you will amend your statement now, please. Yeah, the presence of that piece of glass leaves me in little doubt that the waxwork was indeed inside that birdcage.
Okay, so now that he said that, what happens if I press this again? Because we've already pressed him. How does this work? Thank you for reconsidering your position, sir.
Your words are misplaced, boy. My opinion is governed by logic and science and nothing else. Yes, science is where you should direct your words of gratitude.
Ah. Ooh, things are getting silent. What's happening?
What's the matter with you? Too good to say some words of thanks to the mother of all academic subjects?
What is it about scientists, honestly? Oh, silly.
Accusing someone without right evidences is not a proper job, is he? I won't have it.
What? What are you saying? I've got to ask. Why have you brought that corn into court with you?
Because it's corn-tastic. I love corn.
Do people know the corn-tastic kid? The kid who loves corn?
Corn-tastic. Colonel Cobb, he's been growing back on the farm. Picked him off on me way into town. He's a proper nibbler, he's.
Yes, the nibbling seems to be taking quite a while. Maybe it could wait until after the triad?
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. You need colonels at a time like these. I don't know what's happening with this accent. It's just going on a journey. Whenever I've somewhat big to decide, the colonels always point me in the right direction, see?
You're talking about your cob of corn?
And nibble, guilty, bubble, nibble, not guilty, out. Nibble, guilty, bubble, nibble, not guilty, out. Nibble, guilty, bubble, nibble, not guilty, out. Nibble, guilty, bubble, nibble, not guilty, out.
What's happening? Is the... Oh, jeez. Oh, thanks for the cheers, Aim listens to. See you on the next one, indeed. Perhaps it's akin to fortune telling with flower petals, like people do back home. So, Professor Hairbrain's fate is to be decided by a cob of corn. How lovely. Could you not at least wait until we've had more time to find the truth before deciding on the defendant's guilt?
Oh, I don't know about that. Me tum's all fully full already.
Amazing. He's so funny. So funny. Okay, I know it seems a little far-fetched to think that the waxwork model of the professor was in that birdcage, but on the other hand, it explains a lot. If there really is a reason why that particular waxwork had to be used as Mr. Assman's double, we must do everything we can to make the jurors understand it. The truth, I'm sure that's the key to this. The truth is, I'm sure that's the key to this, but it's the most puzzling part of it too. In that case, you should see what additional information you can glean whilst trying to change the jurors' minds. If you can read a book whilst eating a rice cracker, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm sure you can do this. Is that a Japanese expression or something like that I'm not familiar with? Gonna lurk whilst you go lay down. Don't worry. Hi to all you lurkers, by the way. You're very much welcome on my stream as well. I love the chatters. I love the lurkers. I love you all and everyone. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit a like on the thinging and the comment section, and follow and share. Like, share, and subscribe. Hello, YouTube. Hello, saying hello to you from the past into the future. It's high technology time. If you can... wait, already read this. Right, yes, he says. Hey, YouTube. Okay, so I think we can do some pitting. She was Courtney Stevens back when I knew her, of course. Legendary coroner. It's utter nonsense to think those two would ever be conniving with one another. Oh dear, this is most troubling. But surely the waxwork the man stole is nothing to do with the coroner. Okay. But my own problems with members of the police, I do not trust them much. So he's already on our side, but we still need to do some pitting. So she says I'm accusing someone without evidences, but I do have. Oh wait, oh no, shit! I didn't mean to do that. Ah, okay. Okay. Go. Right. Who am I pitting here? Utter nonsense. So, he's saying she was caught in Stephen's back when I knew her, of course. So she was a legendary coroner. Legendary. It's utter nonsense to think those two would ever be conniving with one another. Ah. But now... Oh dear, this is most troubling, but surely the waxwork dimension has nothing to do with the coroner. So those two are saying... Impossible. Nothing to do with the coroner. So he's already convinced. Ah, this is confusing. Who am I pitting? I'm gonna have to save because I literally have like 1 life left. I've had 1 life left for the whole stream. But hold on, let me just... So I feel like this, because I've already convinced this guy, it's utter nonsense to think those two would ever be conniving with him. Oh dear, this is most try. Nothing to... So maybe her. Because he's convinced... So we have this piece of glass that shows that it was in the bird cage. But now we're making a connection. But what she is saying, surely the waxwork the man stole is nothing to do with the coroner. So we've now proven that the waxwork has something to do with that it might have been in the balloon, but we've not connected the coroner to it yet. He's just saying he has had problems with the members of the police and he doesn't trust them. So, I mean, in theory, like those could be... Oh, Raid, what's going on? Shinobi Kev, how are you? I think we've seen you before here, haven't we? How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. How are you? What you been playing? And welcome. You've come in when I'm like for the first time in this stream. I'm like in a bind and I'm not sure like where we're at and stuff. But wait, did actually sometimes I had like thought that I set up a thing that when people raid there's like a big noise or something. Did this not happen? Is there no big noise? I thought I had a Twitch alert set up. I'm still figuring out how this works. But how y'all doing, yo? Let's go. Thank you for the follow, Ultraviolet Zoe. You did hear a noise. Was it aggressive? Was it good? Was it a good noise? Oh, thank you so much for this follow, Silvero9. How y'all doing? How was your stream, Shinobi? Were you playing? Oh, speaking about Shinobi, I met the voice actor for Obito or Toby and Obito, the English voice actor at the Anime Con last weekend, which is pretty cool. Michael Yurchak is his name. Really lovely fella. And there was another there was another Naruto voice actor as well, and now I forgot his name. But they were both very lovely people. So I don't know if Shinobi Kev is at all related to Naruto, because Shinobi, of course, is mentioned in a lot of things, not just in Naruto. But it is one of the first things I think of, isn't it? Right amount of noise for my alert. Very good. That's good to know, Reborn. Anyway, I'm lovely as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try. I like to. Anyway, what, it's not related to Naruto. Fair enough. You're just a shinobi in your own, right, probably, isn't it? Art fight announcement done. What have I missed? I was going to pit Jura 4 against 5. I'm not sure about that. Accusing Against her. Yeah. That is also a point. I was thinking that a little bit as well. Because she's saying he's not got proper evidences. And he's saying that would kind of make sense also, possibly. But that is kind of like the most logical thing I'm seeing in these, because none of the other ones are like, he's saying like, all right, I have evidence, and she's like, oh, there's no evidence or something. We do also have ads coming in, and I'm gonna just pop into the loo quickly. I'm going to pop into the loo and be right back, because sometimes humans need to pee. So I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Don't run away. Don't run away. I'll be right back. Blah, blah, blah. Hello, and welcome back to my stream. And we are getting ready to pit. And I think I've made up my mind. We're going to wait 45 Celsius. 45. Where's it? 45 Celsius. That's crazy. Marisienne, have a lovely night. Work again tomorrow morning. Indeed. Sometimes we need sleep, and I respect that you have the discipline to do it and do it.
Objection.
Oh, those two statements clearly contradict each other.
Good gracious. To whose statements do you refer, counsel?
If you could put down your corn for a moment, juror number 5. I think we dead? We dead? Oh, what do you mean? Do you think I was wrong?
You mean me?
You've pointed out that it's wrong to make an accusation without evidence. But the accusation that the waxwork model was inside the second birdcage on the day in question is not without supporting evidence, as the defense demonstrated to the juror sitting beside you. Nah, we got this.
Oh, is that right? Is that right?
Yeah, because we are corntastic. Would it be fair to say you didn't follow the argument?
I don't understand much besides Colonel Cobb, to be honest.
Uh-oh. Of course, you, don't?
If I could interject here.
Please do, sir. Please. Because I'm sweating so much, I'm starting to dehydrate, and I need to like just kind of hydrate a little bit.
Now that this assertion of yours about the waxwork has been backed up by some solid evidence. Well done, my dear boy. It would be wrong of me, as a man of science, not to pursue the matter further.
Booyakasha. Booyakasha.
Well, me too, then.
Well, she's easily convinced.
Sorry? If this brainy gentleman says he's right, then he must be. See, I'm just a child, and I don't really understand what's going on here, so, I'm just gonna go with what this guy says. I wouldn't dream of going against Colonel Cobb or anyone who's stuffing between the ears.
What?
What? What is he talking about? Girl!
Success! Is it good that he was like, success! Success! If you can call it that.
Silly boy.
Silly boy, silly boy, silly boy. Well, of course, if he's got some evidences. Okay, right. But that's not enough. We need to do more pitting. More pitting against each other. Let's see who it will be. I feel like she is kind of... We might be able to convince her. Surely the waxwork the man stole is nothing to do with the coroner. She says. I have had my own problems. I do not trust them much, she's saying. She was Courtney Stevens back... It does have something to do with the coroner. because she's Courtney Stevens, and we have evidence that she was literally, so I'm going to save just in case, but I'm quite sure this is it. I've solved it. I solved it, everyone. Maybe I didn't need to save, but I just wanted to anyway. But this is what it is, because Courtney Stevens is Courtney Scythe, and Courtney Scythe was indeed the coroner who also, wait, what is it? What did she do again? She was right. No, not here, not this one. But in this, she did the autopsy of the professor, and the waxwork of the professor is exactly the waxwork that we're talking about. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Boom. Douche. Those two statements clearly contradict each other. Pro gamer. That's right.
Good gracious. To whose statements do you refer, Counsel?
Booyakasha indeed.
Anyway, so, juror number 2. Oh, gosh. Me? What can I do for you?
I presume that you heard what juror number 6 said in his statement. It's brought to light the maiden name of the coroner, Dr. Scythe, which in turn has revealed a connection that wasn't apparent before.
Well, naturally, as a woman of society, I find such connections and relationships irresistible.
I had a burp coming up, and it just escaped me. I'm so sorry. I'm so basic. I find such connections and relationships irresistible. But, oh golly, I'm afraid I fail to see what you mean. This woman's design is wonderful, isn't it? She's a delightful person. Maybe I should cosplay as her. Wouldn't that be something? What? Imagine if I turned up in this cosplay at a convention. I don't know if I can handle that. It's a bit too scary. Dr. Scythe's maiden name is Stevens. Full drag. Full drag. Maybe I'll give it a go. I have often thought I might try that out, a little bit of drag, but it is quite difficult. I don't know if I'm good with makeup and everything like that. Anyway, Dr. Scythe's maiden name is Stevens. She's so beautiful, isn't it? And through that name, the coroner is very definitely linked to the waxwork of the killer. Now that I've finished this game, I'm gonna shut up. Spoilers. Spoilers! No spoilers! What would my drag name be? Oh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. What would my drag name be? We can brainstorm that later. We can brainstorm that. Anyway, the defense has evidence to prove it. We do have evidence.
My goodness. Evidence, you say? Oh, utterly enthralling.
Grace A. Turney. Oh my god, that is gorgeous, darling. What a gorgeous drag name.
No, I'm Grace A. Turney.
Counsel, the court cannot overlook that last remark. I very much hope there is substance to your claim.
Of course, my lord. I would ask the court to look at this. The autopsy report, yo. The autopsy report. That's what we're looking at. 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 Present the autopsy report.
Silence in the courtroom.
I have here a certain autopsy report from 10 years ago.
10-year-old autopsy report? What relevance does that have?
It is, of course. Smug Ryu. It is, of course, from the autopsy of the person portrayed in the waxwork, the killer, known as the Professor.
The professors? But the man was a capital offender, so...
That's right. This is the certification of death that was drawn up after the convict's execution. The identity of the killer was never made public, so the report gives few details. But what's important is the name of the coroner who wrote it. Courtney Stevens.
Oh my! Courtney Stevens.
Strike a light!
It appears that the professor's autopsy was conducted by Dr. Scythe 10 years ago. And a few days ago, Mr. Drebber very deliberately stole the waxwork of the professor from Madame Tusspells. A waxwork that doesn't, in fact, resemble the victim, Mr. Assman, at all.
And do you suppose there's some unsavory relationship between those events?
Absolutely. I'm sure of it. There's no doubt in my mind that the professor case is at the heart of a link that we have yet to uncover. Between Dr. Courtney Scythe and Mr. Enoch Drebber.
Hidden links, mysterious connections, secret relationships. This is all most extraordinary. We're surely obliged now to explore this further.
Kadoosh! Oh, we've done it! We've equalized!
Puppy likes Mark's voice. She's fallen fast asleep. Oh, Moondrop! That makes my heart jump. Yes, puppy, sleep. It's all good. You can be calm because there's only kindness here. No danger. No danger, puppy. You'll be safe right here next to me. Everything's fine. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be fine.
Quite right. Quite right. We can't let this trial come to an end now. Not while there's this cloud of suspicion hanging over the yard's best coroner.
Oh, she says thank you through the Moondrop. You're making me like all weird in the heart. That one little puppy. I want a little puppy too. I want to get puppy. Anyway, I want puppy. How can I get puppy? I want puppy. I just want a puppy.
Anyway.
Thank you, Counsel. That will do. As a result of the summation examination, the jury's overall leaning has changed. 2 jurors now call guilty,
Losers.
Against 4 who call not guilty. Accordingly, the court has failed to reach a consensus at this time, and the trial must
continue. Hooray! We did it, guys.
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. Another wonderful victory.
We've done it, yo! We've done it, y'all! I mean, we've not won yet, but it's one step on the way to victory.
A wax work of the despicable professor, used as a body double for the victim in this quite extraordinary case. I must say, it's extremely hard to believe the assertion could possibly be true.
One small step for Mark, one giant step for lawyer kind. You know that I was in a play called One Small Step last year? That was just before I started streaming, wasn't it? Yeah, it was called One Small Step. Anyway, played an astronaut. However, it would appear that it does at least warrant further investigation. It's the wax work of the professor that links Mr. Drebber and Dr. Scythe. And I'm convinced that there's a special significance to that link. That was about preparing to go to the moon, right? Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Preparing to colonize the moon, basically. Not colonize. Creating a colony on the moon. I guess that is like colonizing the moon. Yeah.
I don't know what you're hoping to prove, lad. I really don't.
The truth, sir. By using evidence and testimony.
If the court is to delve deeper into the alleged involvement of the waxwork in this case, then the prosecution calls for the owner of the model to be summoned as a...
Oh, shit's really expanding, isn't it? We get Madame Tusspells in there, too.
The owner? Madame Tusspells.
No, they said, I hate the moon. Nobody ever said they hate the moon. It was a pure misunderstanding in linguistic terminology. I just misread one letter. I will never live past that, will I? In Japanese, Tsuki ga kirei desu means the moon is beautiful. And in Romaji, it's written K-I-R-E-I. And I read the E as an A. So I thought it was saying Tsuki ga kirai desu. And kirai, it means to hate. So that was the only mistake I made. Thank you, Lulustrations. Y'all, this is Lulustrations. I met at the con last week as well. And they're an amazing artist. What's up? What's up? How you doing? How's it going? You checking out the stream, y'all? Lulustrations is beautiful. It's also Lulustrations on Instagram, I think. So, no, but she's an amazing artist with beautiful artwork, and an amazing person. And we did some lovely hanging out and just chilling, at the con, and had dinner together and stuff. It was a lovely time. And she's coming in here now in the middle of the biggest court case of the century. When we're streaming here and playing this wonderful game. Lovely times indeed. I hope you had a lovely week and recovery since then. Are you already at another con? Lulustrations also goes to lots of cons, I believe, with their artwork, I think, right? What's the next con you going to? Maybe people can go check it out and get some of your beautiful artwork. So give her a follow on Instagram also and check out what she's got. Hyper Japan is the next one. Whoa. Where? Well, Hyper Japan in London? There's Hyper Japan in London, isn't there? I think have I been to Hyper Japan before? At some point, I think. London CC. Well, I'll see you at that one then, maybe. I think I always know people who also do Hyper Japan or something. But I don't think they really get actors in there or something. I don't think it's that kind of convention. But anyway, that Lord Van Zeeks would object to this whole line of inquiry. Windbreaker art. Oh yeah, lots of beautiful art. Very well, I concur. It gets Japanese guests, seiyuu, and musicians. Yeah, maybe not like people like me. It's not really about voice actors. It's more about Japanese culture and stuff. And they get I think I've known people who've also done dances there and performances of some sort. So it gets, I guess, people that are just interested in Japan, I think. Or is it maybe also sponsored by the Japanese embassy or something like that for intercultural communication and things like that? Anyway, we still got a case to solve here. Let's get back to it.
Make arrangements for Madame Tusspells to appear as a witness with immediate effect.
But also, thank you so much for popping in and into my silly stream of silliness, where I just do lots of different voices. all the voices.
Listen carefully, my learned friend.
Oh, yes? We love silly things, don't we? It was actually really cute. Maybe I can give another really lovely memory of last weekend. There was an anime rapper called Xiao Dao at the convention, who was an amazing performer, by the way, if you heard of him. He came up to me, and he actually also led he hosted the interview that was done with Katie Townsend and myself, and it was a guy called Naz also, and Xiao Dao. And he came up to me, and basically he said, maybe you've seen also, we've done a video together that is on his TikTok, and I shared that as well, and then reshared it, I think, on my Instagram or whatever. But he came up to me, and it was like, oh my God, I love your game, because I've been playing it with my 2-year-old son. So he's been playing Great Ace Attorney with his 2-year-old son, and his son is like always like, objection, and shit. And like, it was so cute. Like to kind of, yeah, like think that his dad, you know, this guy with his 2-year-old son is just playing a game together, and that yeah. And then he like came to me and was like, oh, that's the guy who says objection and shit. Objection, yes, hold it. But obviously it was like a little confusing maybe, but it was really, really sweet. But yeah, check out Xiao Dao as well. He's an amazing performer. So yeah, it was amazing, lovely people that I meet at the con. All right, back to the game. It was such a good weekend indeed.
You should know that you are on the brink of opening Pandora's box.
Ooh, shit, scary. We're opening I love opening Pandora's box.
The court shall now adjourn for 45 minutes. During that time, the prosecution will summon the new witness and prepare her for taking the stand.
Learning English through legalese, indeed.
Madam Tusspells, yes. I shall see to it at once, my lord.
And the hammer goes down. A 45-minute intermission. Gosh, we made it through all of this with one life, and I never got anything wrong. What'd you say to that, eh? I got it all right. No mistakes. No mistakes whatsoever. Everything was correct. I'm so proud of myself. Such a good grain. I've got such a good grain. 24th of October, 11:53 a.m. The Old Bailey, Defendant's Antechamber. I know. Thanks for the track. Thanks. Good track record. Pro gamer. Total pro gamer. Ah, the knight errant himself. Oh, have you been watching from the gallery, Mr. Sholmes? You just been watching? We love that outfit, eh? We love it. I've been on the edge of my seat the entire time. I didn't even take off my mask. Ah, but smoking in the courtroom is also permitted. Oh, I've got my little pipe here. Courtroom trials. I still want to make bubbles with this. I always just remember things very late. Courtroom trials are fascinating affairs, as a spectator at least. I'm glad you've been enjoying yourself. Herr Brain, I have to ask. What on earth is going on? It makes no sense. What's this professor business all about? I'm so confused. He doesn't look like any professor I've ever met before. Who even is he? What is even going on? Wer ist up, wer ist down, and why are we here? Of course. You were in Germany already 10 years ago? Yes, the professor. When I discovered he was the one who had been abducted, a sense of foreboding stirred within me. But who knew the monster would come knocking at your door? My heartfelt sympathies. Very sympathetic, just laughing at him. As it turns out, Lord Van Zieks is even more intimately tied to this case than any of us realized, isn't he? Yes, how true. his great friend from university in the dock. And now a waxwork of the killer who took his esteemed brother's life makes an appearance too. I imagine even the shrewd Mr. Reaper failed to foresee that kick in the teeth. An extraordinary move on your part, my dear fella, to throw that in front of the man. You make it sound deliberate. I do nothing deliberate. Things just happen to me. I can't help feeling that this professor case is really very puzzling. Oh yes, in what particular manner?
Well, there's Mr. Drebber, Dr. Scythe, and Lord Van Zeeks. It seems that everybody in the trial has a link to the case somehow.
Yes. In fact, I alone. I am not a member of the set. I don't know anything that's going on, which is why I like to dance like this. So that leaves me as an empty set, all alone with no intersection or to any other. Who's this? Is that Baroque? Or is that Drebber? Excuse me, I think it's Baroque. Oh no. Oh, she's not happy. Dr. Scythe. Hello. Yeah, Dr. Courtney Scythe. Me, Stevens. Good day to you.
Hello, Sholmes. That was very shrewd of you.
What in particular, pray?
You requested that 10-year-old autopsy report from Gregson, didn't you?
Why would you assume such a thing?
Because Gregson told me. Do you think it's been 10 years? 10 years in the laboratory, wielding my scalpel. I smell of nothing but corpses and disinfectant.
A policeman on the jury had a lot to say about you as it happens, Dr. Scythe. And I've accused you of being complicit in what happened. I'm hoping that you take the stand and tell the truth about what really happened.
That certainly won't be possible. Lord Van Zeeks won't be summoning me as a witness. Lord Strongheart has forbidden it.
Lord Strongheart?
The Pandora's box you were warned about is the professor's case.
Sneeze. No. It went away.
But please, don't make the mistake of thinking you'll get any information about it out of me. But attempting to hide from the truth, that's cowardice. I've always fought crime in the way that I see fit. I have no regrets. None at all.
God, those steely eyes, innit?
And that's all I came here to say. So, good day to you. And she disappears into the darkness. She mentioned it too. This Pandora's box. Whatever does it all mean?
There's really no cause for concern. I assure you, when the trial resumes, the meaning will become all too apparent, whether you'd like it to or not. Huh? Do you know something you're supposed to tell us, Sholmes? Now then, I believe it's almost time. I must make my way back to the public gallery. The edge of my seat awaits.
I think maybe you're enjoying yourself a little too much.
Ah, yes. One word of warning before I go. If, in the course of the trial this afternoon, you perceive even a shadow of doubt about the truth, don't let it out of your sight. Pursue it like a dog with a bone. Right. To the bitter end, do you understand? Do not falter, whatever may come to pass. All right. I understand. Thank you. I guess. Good. I shall make myself scarce then. I purchased a bar of caramel earlier, so I shall be gnawing on that as you gnaw away at the truth. What did that warning from Mr. Sholmes really mean, I wonder? Especially the bit about whatever may come to pass. Huh? Mysterious. Mysterious indeed. It's time for the final chapter then. I'm determined to find the truth, no matter what. I am indeed. I am determined to find out the truth. 24th October, 12:40 p.m., the Old Bailey courtroom. Oh. So we got that thing just right in front of us.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court. Counsels for the defense and prosecution, are you ready and able to continue?
The prosecution is ready, my lord.
Yes, my lord. The defense is also ready.
As the court is aware, the case under our scrutiny began with a damaging incident at the Great Exhibition. Yet, we now find ourselves embroiled in the details of a convicted felon who was sent to the gallows a decade ago. This trial has certainly defied all expectation.
As seems to be the fate of all trials in which this Nipponese is involved, my lord.
Excuse me, I might also say that actually it's all the cases that you are involved in, Baroque, because you were like in retirement for ages, and then I come back, you get involved in cases, and they all go fucking crazy. And by the way, also you lose them all, so suck on that. Jeez, seriously. Always trying to like kind of blame shit on me. Bastard.
So then, let us begin our exploration of the defense's assertion that the waxwork was cardinally involved in this matter.
He's obsessed. He's obsessed, he is. Chill out, yo. Baroque.
Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord.
Are we still awaiting the arrival of Madame Tusspells?
Not at all. She is in the antechamber as we speak, and ready to be summoned.
Very well. Bring in the witness.
At once, my lord. Bailiff, show Madame Tusspells to the stand. Things are about to become a lot more intense. If Drebber is responsible, as I'm sure he is, it means he must have had an accomplice in Dr. Scythe. And what connects the pair of them is the waxwork.
Yes. The model of the professor. That's the key to the link between these otherwise unrelated individuals. It's a 10 years link, admittedly, but at present, it's all we have to go on. I'm trying to think, like, what could have... Is it Dr. Scythe? What is the other possibility? Not quite sure. Something is still amiss.
State your name and occupation for the court, please.
Oh, so she's... Right. So she's working on a Sholmes waxwork while she's in court. Because why not? Why not? Oh, she was French, right?
My name is Madame Esmeralda Tusspells. I am a waxwork artisan and the proprietress of the Madame Tusspells Museum of Waxwork. You will have to pardon me for working as I testify. My new exhibit must open very soon.
Oh, so he finally gets a statue, does he? Now there are 2 of them in the world. Great.
Oh my. What expression is she carving onto that face?
A number of days ago, a particular waxwork model was stolen from your museum. Can you confirm this?
Oui, that is true. At first, I believed it had been kidnapped.
A waxwork model kidnapped?
Yes, my lord. There was a... Excuse me. There was a demand for ransom money left behind the culprit. However, according to what I've just been told outside the courtroom, that was not the true reason. I understand it was utilized as a substitute for the body of a murder victim.
At present, that is no more than conjecture proposed by the defense. This is the victim of the case in question, Mr. O.D. Asman.
But of course, I know him well. He's a part of my odious personages exhibit. I detest to say what is evident, but Mr. Asman does not resemble the professor at all. Yes, but perhaps their faces are very similar. Are you suggesting that we should see now the mask, the visage of the professor? I have here the key, but it is strictly forbidden to open the lock.
This is absurd.
Pardon?
I don't know what face you've carved onto your fancy figure beneath that mask. But clearly, it won't be that of the actual killer.
Indeed.
The man's identity was never made public after all. The trial took place in a closed court. The proceedings were strictly confidential. The condemned man was summarily executed. His identity remains a closely guarded national secret. There is no possible way that a repository of tawdry exhibits could get its hands on that information.
Ah, quel dommage. It would seem you are unaware of the Tusspells' principles.
What principles?
The family Tusspells has always prided itself on sculpting its models à la perfection. Huh? Every detail, including the visage, is fashioned with complete fidelity. Et voilà, our principles. There is a well-known legend about the Tusspells waxworks from the time of the French Revolution. A member of the Tusspells family is said to have made a waxwork of the queen who was executed. Oui, that is true. It was a century ago now. I believe the queen's face was carved in the minutes following her death. Actually, at the guillotine site. You are correct. The model is on display still today in the House of Horrors. We Tusspells will stop at nothing to obtain a faithful replica of our subjects.
Dear me, a somewhat disturbing tenacity of purpose.
It is the only way to obtain a true lifelike representation of the subject. And it has been my family's secret for generations. Do you mean to say that beneath that mask? Oui, the true visage of the killer is there.
This is ludicrous. It's out of the question.
The professor spread terror throughout Great Britain. As a result, the Madame Tusspells special exhibit remains extremely popular even today. The killer, emerging from his own grave, is a sight to behold. You should come.
Baroque is not happy.
I think, madam, it would be beneficial to hear your formal testimony on this matter. You will explain every detail of this macabre model and your personal involvement in its creation.
With pleasure.
Oh. Okay. The Professor Waxwork. The special exhibit in the House of Horrors is based on a rumor that shocked society in London. The impression of the visage was taken directly from the corpse, in accordance with Tusspells' family principles. I enlisted the aid of the grave digger and created a mold for the head in the cemetery just before the interment. Jesus Christ, that's dark, man. I hid myself under until he gave me a signal. I was there for a very long time that night. As dawn approached, I was very worried that I could be discovered. Wow. Shit, man. That is crazy.
The gravedigger? The man sanctioned this?
Oui, I will do all that is necessary to achieve the true resemblance my family is celebrated for. Nobody else knew. Only the gravedigger. What harm did it do, eh?
So you truly saw it. The face of that monster.
Naturally. I was aware at the time that this identity was a secret. But Tusspells would not be Tusspells if we did not insist on absolute fidelity to our sculptures.
I don't believe this.
Wait, so what if Odie Assman was actually the professor? And he was... No, wait. Because they were executed. No, okay, that doesn't make sense.
I myself have seen the special exhibit at your museum, madam. A truly blood-curdling scene in which the murderer is emerging from his own grave.
Wait, so maybe he wasn't dead. Maybe Odie Assman was actually... Could that be? Maybe he didn't die. Maybe it was just him, and he just continued living. All very confusing. The scene depicts... The scene it depicts was the subject of many rumors in London 10 years ago. I have here a newspaper from the time. Oh shit. The special exhibit was based upon the picture in this article. It was the most detailed account of what happened as reported by the eyewitness who saw it. Oh.
Man rises from the grave. It's to observe for words.
It's very dramatic, isn't it? Look, there's all this text also here. What does it say? At Low Gate Cemetery, just behind the prison, on the night of that foul demon's execution, the newly interred professor forced his grave cover as he chewed free of the earth. Oh, thank you for the follow, Sapphire Mudkip. Appreciate it. The young man who witnessed this scene was on the verge of raising a shriek when, in the next second, a gunshot rang out suddenly from behind. The bullet pierced the resurrected man's chest, whose breath then stilled once more. The youth then finally released the scream he had been holding and ran for his life. The university student who experienced this shocking event is Mr. Enoch Drebber, a disciple of science at the University of London as a resident of a student's dorms. Mad sheep rampage. Unexplained phenomenon grips Oxfordshire region. The Great Stink. Parliament is to finally address the foul issue. Charles Darwin to receive Copley Medal. And then there was a fire at Her Majesty Queen of Royal Lieutenant up to inspect the site. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well, we've got this. Mad Sheep Rampage. Darwin. Everybody gets a rampage. Okay, let's just see a little bit more and where we can find a good cliffhanger for next time. The public enjoy absurdity, monsieur. That is why I have reproduced the scene as carefully as possible in my museum. Sapphire Monkey, my boyfriend and I have been slowly playing through DGS together. We found your videos on YouTube a little while ago and I've been really enjoying watching the real Ryunosuke play. Thank you so much for watching my silly streams and stuff. I appreciate you popping in. And I hope you and your boyfriend are enjoying or have been enjoying Daigakuten Saiban, playing that together. So how far along are you? I hope we're not spoiling it. You must be further ahead than us then, right? You don't want any spoilers, do you? All right. No, because otherwise there'll be big spoilers in this for you if you're not here yet. And it's a waxwork from that exhibit that was stolen some days before the incident at the Great Exhibition, wasn't it? That is correct. The professor you see before you here.
Most puzzling. Most puzzling indeed. Counsel for the defense, proceed with the cross-examination.
This waxwork links Drebber to Dr. Scythe. And there has to be some reason for that, which hasn't yet come to light. But I'll find it. I'll get to the bottom of what really happened. I'll prove that Dr. Scythe and Dr. Drebber were in on this crime together. We're only on 1.5 together, but I watched a whole playthrough a few years back, so if basic... Okay, fair enough. So you've already seen the story. I mean, like, you know, I have a little bit of a story ahead because obviously there's some voice stuff, some things that I voiced later in the game. But not that much. I think there's only like... I think there's less voiced scenes in the second game than there's in the first, maybe? If I'm not mistaken. Because there isn't that much left that I've voiced, I think. Special exhibit in the House of Horrors is based on a rumor that shocked society in London. I wonder if we... No. If we could already figure out from just this... Based on a rumor that shocked society in London, impression of the visage was taken directly from the corpse. I enlisted the aid of a gravedigger and created a mold for the head in the cemetery just before the interment. Hold on. I hit myself until he gave me... I was there for a long time that night. As dawn approached, I was very worried that I could be discovered. Let us just have a look at what evidence we have, just out of curiosity. So, the autopsy of the mass murderer. Death by hanging confirmed at midnight, 17th June. And the name was redacted. We have the Drebber contract. Okay, and we've got this thing that we can't really... God. Can't wait to see that face! What's underneath there? Okay, or we have to do some pressing. I don't really know... Hold on. The interment. An impression of the visage. Huh. So he was death by hanging. And that was at midnight. I mean, but there's no information of when he would have been interred. Yeah, let's just do some pressing then. Let's just do some pressing. Oh man, the Professor Sims. Wait, Professor Sims? What's going on? Switched models? What? What's going on? What do you mean Professor Sims? What, the Professor has Sims? And that rumor would be a 10-year-old tale now, but one that no Londoner would ever forget.
All right, I know what you're talking about, I think.
Of course, it couldn't be anything else.
Yes, that story will never disappear.
The tale of the condemned killer rising from the dead. That is the central attraction of my House of Horrors. The rumor was whispered all over the city, and it was like this. It was in Lowgate Cemetery, behind the prison, in the dead of night after the execution of the killer. The interred professor slid back the stone slab covering his tomb and emerged from his grave. A young man who witnessed this felt a scream welling up inside him. But an instant later, he heard an ear-splitting gunshot from over his shoulder. The bullet struck the emerging corpse and he fell motionless once more. A scream finally found its way from the mouth of the young witness, who turned and ran for his life.
The corpse climbed out of his own grave.
And then somebody shot him? Who? Who was it? Nobody knows, even today. But remember, it was just a rumor. Perhaps nothing more than a ghost story. The good people of London, they love stories like this. That is why it was in every newspaper across the capital.
But was it just a story? Because, ghosts aren't real, right? They can't just come up out of the grave and attack us. That's silly, right? 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 That couldn't happen, right? I mean, this is exactly the scene that can be seen today at your museum, isn't it? But that's all. That's not real, right?
Oui, the special exhibit was modeled on that very illustration. Eh? For a while afterwards, the contents of that article were reproduced in every newspaper imaginable. Madame, might I say something?
Please, go ahead, mademoiselle.
When something is described as a rumor, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's entirely made up. I believe that often rumors contain elements of the truth. I see that people from the East can be just as astute as people of Europe. Yes, I would agree with you there, and that shouldn't be a surprise to anyone here. People from everywhere in the world, north, south, east, west, can all be just as smart, or as stupid, or as nice, or as hateful. So, just saying, we are all people. Can we be sure, for instance, that the professor's execution was successful? It is not possible for the dead to come back to life. Sorry? 10 years ago, I was there in Lowgate Cemetery. After the criminal known as the professor was killed by hanging, I took a wax impression of his visage from the corpse just before it was interred. So, I can assure you, the man was dead. I see.
It would certainly appear that the condemned man suffered the intended fate.
Excellent. Well, after this lovely little ghost story, I think that is a wonderful point to call this stream and say that we will find out more on the next one. Which, when will it be, the next one? I'm not entirely sure right now. Possibly Friday? Because I can't do next Sunday. Or Saturday? Could I do a Saturday stream? I have to look at my notes. I have to look at my calendar and see when the next one will be, actually. I'm sorry again that my Great Ace Attorney streams just seem to be all over the place. So, but I appreciate very much that you're all sticking with me whenever day it happens to be. But we are going to do a raid. We're going to do a raid, and I'm very, very excited about it because I just see that Atelier Kieran is online, and they provided these wonderful tsum tsums for me when I was in LA. They gifted them to me, and I just wanna give back the love, and finally they're online, so we can all go say hi. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that. So I'm gonna yes, that was Eddie Mendoza. So I'm gonna put that hold on a moment. I need to type Atelier. Am I typing this correct? I could have also Atelier. That should be correct. Wonderful. So thank you. Wait, do I make myself bigger here? I'm just gonna. Oops, no, don't move this. Move this. I'm gonna say, yo, Miss Tusspells. It's been a pleasure, and it's a pleasure, all of you. So I'm gonna send me heartsy out to you, and it was such a fun stream. Thank you all. Like, the first full TGAA stream in weeks now. And I'm excited to continue. Actually, you know, frankly, I don't have that much voice work coming up, so I can actually do a little bit more streaming probably. And like I said, possibly on Tuesday, I'm going to do a Dark Tide stream, I think, with someone, you'll see. And we were originally thinking tomorrow, so there's still a chance that it's tomorrow, but it's probably going to be on Tuesday. So come join for that one. Even if you just say hi a little bit, it's going to be a very different stream. It's just going to be being in a very violent game. I might actually also have to put that one on an 18+ stream or something, because it's pretty violent, I think. So I'll look that up and what I have to do with that. But yeah, just saying. And Wednesday, I think I'm gonna do a bit more Wukong, and possibly Friday or Saturday more Great Ace Attorney. But get me on my Discord, and also tell me which cons you would like me to go to. That came up a little bit. But yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. So peace, balloons out, and we're raiding, and in good tradition, I'm gonna make a weird face.